Hey, Don't Starve players, I wanted to show off a method that I came up with for mapping the island. I know that there's a map in-game, but I wanted to mark out a lot of things on the map, and it doesn't let you modify the map in the game. I just wanted to mainly mark off where wormholes led to, from one to the other. So what I did, I have this map set up, and I did this pretty easily. I set up a map that has a lot of food for myself just to show this off, but I've done it before on a standard map, and I'm working again since the winter update. But as you can see from my map, this was my spawn point right here in the middle, and it's where I've set up camp. But as you can see, one of the first things I did here is I walked the perimeter of the island, and basically that allows me to see just everything that I'm going to encounter. I don't have to see what's in the middle yet. What I did, I just wanted a map of the island that I could fill in with what I wanted. So what you do is, if you do that, and I would suggest Wolfgang for that, since he is very resilient with his stomach, and he can travel the perimeter of the island in about a week, maybe a little more. If you have a lot of provisions, you grab a lot of berries and carrots from your starting point and pick up as much as you can along the way. Maybe chopping down some trees to cook some berries so you can make it all the way. But he can travel the length of the island, traveling day and night. He can do it pretty easily. And if you're a hardcore player, you might think of it as a little extra challenge that provides a little reward. So what you want to do after you do that, and that'll take, like I said, about a week, maybe a little more, open up the map, and the best way to do it is to kind of maximize how much of the island is on here by turning it so that lengthwise to your monitor, so you can fit as much of the island on here as you can. And it's about that. And this works especially well if you have a laptop, because what you do next is you simply tilt the laptop back, if that's what you have. Get a blank piece of paper, printing paper, put it over the screen. You can get some Scotch tape, which I found works really well. Just tape it on there and turn off any other lights so that the monitor works as a backlight for the paper that's on there. Grab a pen or a pencil. If you don't have something you can tilt back like a laptop or a pad or anything, then pencil will probably work best, but I used a pen. I actually made one. So this is my island. As you can see, it's mapped out pretty well. I just traced it. It's pretty easy. And I marked off one wormhole, which is the one right here below my base camp. I did this beforehand. But all you do is look at your location on the map, zoom way in there, mark it off with a marker, and it's about right there. Jump into the wormhole. And see where you ended up. Right about there. Maybe a little north of that. But it's not perfect. But after you do that, you've got the island, the perimeter all mapped out. You've got a base camp set up in a place you like where there's a lot of wormholes, or maybe a good defensible position, or a central location like I have. And then you just jump into all the wormholes, keeping an eye on your sanity. And that's the best way to figure out how best to traverse the island. So I hope that works. I hope more people try this. This is the first map I tried it on. It was a very bad map. That island is just a long, thin, nothing branching out like on this one. So this worked out really well. See all those lines that I have? There's some really long wormhole travels, and I made the best use of those that I could. So this turned out to be really handy. I do not recommend using Sharpie though, unless you have some of these, but even so, that was not easy to get off. But my monitor's fine now. And yeah, so I hope to see people taking advantage of this. I think it's cool because you can fill it in how you want, make it like a pirate treasure map or something. Just add your own little flair to it. You know, I like the in-game map; it's pretty cool. But I think we can personalize it with this. I like adding my own things. I like marking where the Pig King is and where the bees are. The bees don't show up on your map. You can see the honeycombs, but you don't see like the general area where the bees are. There's always a location that has gold. Usually it's by a graveyard or by a lot of spider eggs, so you can mark off where that is. You can just mark off your own things that don't necessarily show up on the map, especially if you pass by something you want to pick up later and you don't have enough room in your inventory. So, I don't know, do what you will with that. It's not that hard. It's pretty fun. It's a new way of looking at your island. I really suggest it. So I hope more of you try it and share them.